The free PlayStation Plus games of December 2016 are announced. I will run them through, show you the Metacritic score, and tell you if they are worth it or not. Anyway, let's dig in, shall we? So, this is the Raptor News reactions on the latest gaming news, brought to you by James Holohan over on the PlayStation blog. So, this is the full lineup: Invincible Inc., Story's Path of Destinies, Hypervoid, Tiny Troopers, Color Guardians, and VVVVVV. So of course, 2 Vita games, 2 PS3 games, 2 PS4 games, and what you will see is that they're all pretty small games. There's no AAA game, not even for PS3, so a lot of people will be like, ooh, this is bad, but let's dig in a little bit deeper. For example, Invincible Inc. As you can see right now, Invincible Inc. is a turn-based game where you move your team to victory in sort of stealth gameplay, of course. It got an 82 right now on Metacritic. It released in April 2016, the PS4 edition that is, and that will be for free in the PlayStation Plus update of December 2016. Let's look at the other games. Stories The Path of Destinies also launched in April 2016, got a lower Metascore of 73. It looks like some sort of action game with some puzzle elements, top down, some Diablo-esque style. I don't know if there's loot, but anyway, it should be pretty good. Let's look at some reviews. Overall, this is from the PlayStation Lifestyle. Overall, this is one action RPG fans won't want to miss. And PSN Store says they give it a 70. That said, I absolutely recommend setting aside the 5 hours it will take to unlock the 4th truth and seek out the true ending. The narrative and how it's told is really interesting and absolutely worth seeing. So you can check that out for free as well. Let's move over to the PS3 games. The first one is Hypervoid, and what's interesting is that there's also a PS4 version, but you get the PS3 version of this space action game. It really looks like your typical 3D flight sim where you just fight some upcoming enemies. It's like Space Invaders, but then like the next version, where there are a ton of these types of games. But what should be interesting is that there will be PlayStation VR support for this game. But yeah, you get the PS3 version for free, so this will probably be not the VR compatible version. So that's a little bit weird. It gets a 70 on Metacritic, but that is the PS4 version because there are not a lot of reviews for the PS3 version, so take that into account. Tiny Troopers Joint Ops, it's a cross-buy game. That means that if you get the PS3 version here, you still have the PS4 and PS Vita version, so that should be awesome. Anyway, it gets a 65 on Metacritic and also features some action-packed combat. That's at least what the description says. And also you recruit your soldiers and like destroy some towns. It's like pretty cartoony and you destroyed some buildings. So let's read some reviews. In the end, Tiny Troopers Joint Ops is a fine twin-stick shooter that's best enjoyed in short bursts. So that's nice for your Vita version. Also, Digital Chumps says a good value for a pair of successful mobile games that comes to PlayStation in their most complete form. So we learned some things here. One, it's a twin-stick shooter, and also that it's some mobile games packed together for PlayStation. So if you want that, go ahead. Color Guardians looks like another mobile game coming over to PlayStation. It's on PlayStation 4 and Vita, so you get it for free on 2 platforms. So what it is like some sort of side-scrolling Subway Surf or side-scrolling Excite Bike. So it is like the more impressive graphic-wise version of Excite Bike, where you collect some different color things, bubbles or something like that, and score some big scores. Anyway, it released in 2015, May 12th, and it got a 62 on Metacritic. So I'm really curious what happened to this, like, we will only release games that are 7 or above on PlayStation Plus, because yeah, it doesn't look like it. Anyway, let's see some reviews here. Game Rant, despite the not very exciting reward, the challenge of getting 3 stars rating on every level is certain to keep the completionists returning to the games hour after hour. Then some more negative one from Eurogamer Italy, a colorful, painful game that we can only recommend to sadistic players. Ooh, but yeah, if you get it for free, you can try it, right? So go ahead. Then last but not least is 6 Fees or VVVVVV. Anyway, it released on iOS, on PC, on 3DS and also on Vita in 2015. I have the Metacritic for the iOS version here. Should not be very different. Anyway, it gets a 95, so that's pretty high. It's a side-scrolling game, but it should be pretty hard from the looks of it. Looks pretty arcadey, a lot of pixels, but let's look at what reviews say. Dutch Arcades say a wonderful port job and newcomers and veterans alike will be able to enjoy it. So that's of course talking about the iOS version. It's a platforming masterpiece. The only thing that could make it better is if it were longer. So it should be pretty, yeah, should not be that long, but yeah, on your Vita should be a fun time, right? So these are all the games that released for or that are free in the PlayStation Plus update December 2016. Let me know what you think of the lineup. I'm still like, okay, they really, it's like still going down. It's like nothing that it was before. Hopefully they will have some PlayStation VR games in the future, because in Japan there was a PlayStation VR game for free for the Plus members, and that was the Danganronpa game. So hopefully we will see that as well. Maybe a PlayStation Experience announcement. That will be fun. Anyway, this is what we have on in December. It should be live like the next Tuesday that you're listening. I will just go live and check out the date. It should be December 6th that you will be able to play these games. So check them out if you like. Tell me if you're gonna play one of those games. Like the video if you did, and subscribe for way more reactions on the latest gaming news. A lot of PlayStation related stuff, especially with the PlayStation Experience coming up. So be sure to stick around, and I'll speak to you next time. Goodbye.